What's going on, everybody? And welcome back to a brand new episode of Maximus the Fourth. Today, we're going to be taking a deep dive look into Mountain Dew Code Red. Today, I will be undergoing a taste test for you guys, letting you know exactly what I think about this item. But before then, I'm going to fill you guys in on some of the most fascinating history on the birth of Mountain Dew Code Red. So let's get into that. Here we go. Now, the story of Mountain Dew Code Red originally goes all the way back to 1988. Now, a lot of you might not be aware of this, but in 1988, there was originally a soda that had come out that was called Mountain Dew Red. Get a nice look at that. That's just a picture and a tracing that I did of Mountain Dew Red on a picture I could find online because I could not find a bottle. Mountain Dew Red was described to have a fruity flavor, and I did do an ingredients comparison of Mountain Dew Red next to Mountain Dew Code Red, and they did have quite a bit of ingredients that were the same, but there was also so many ingredients that were a lot different, so they definitely were not the exact same thing. Mountain Dew Red was first released in 1988 and then discontinued in that same exact year. And because of this, there's very little that is known about Mountain Dew Red to this very day. But to this very day, because Mountain Dew Red was out for such a short amount of time, to this very day it is one of the most highly sought after, valuable, and incredibly rare items in the existence of soft drinks history. Now, 13 years later, in 2001, PepsiCo had come out with a soda called Mountain Dew Code Red. And that was the official birth of Mountain Dew Code Red. Now, as a Pepsi fan, we all know, at least I know, that Mountain Dew Code Red existing at first, that's no coincidence. We know that Mountain Dew Code Red was originally inspired from Mountain Dew Red. That's just way too obvious. And especially after running the ingredients test on both of these and seeing exactly what they were made out of, I indeed have a theory that I know is 100% true that this was indeed probably could have been known as the original Mountain Dew Code Red, but it wasn't named that, and it was different. So rightfully so, it was named Mountain Dew Red for a reason. Now moving forward, Mountain Dew Code Red is a dew with a rush of cherry flavor with other natural flavors. What I can tell you guys is that Mountain Dew Code Red really needs no introduction in the world at all whatsoever. It is available worldwide in many regions of the world. I don't know exactly which ones, but what I can tell you guys is that Mountain Dew Code Red was immediately seeing a massive amount of success. So much so that PepsiCo's numbers had increased by 6% off of Mountain Dew Code Red alone. Now, to put that into perspective for you guys, I drew out some very simple numbers. I do not know how much PepsiCo generated in 2001 as far as their overall numbers went, but what I can tell you is that in 2022, PepsiCo produced a total of $86.3 billion worth of sales. Now let's just take 33% away from 86.3 billion. That would come out to be $57.8 billion. And if that's how much they made in 2001, if they were making 6% more off of their sales, then that would come out to be a whopping difference of $3.4 billion. $3.4 billion. That is a massive increase. 6% more in a company that is as big as PepsiCo. That is a massive difference, because when you're already a billion-dollar company, multi-billion-dollar company, and you're still able to increase your numbers by percentages, that's absolutely insane. Now the story gets a little bit more interesting. Before I open up this bottle, I have one more really interesting fact to share with you guys. Because Mountain Dew Code Red did so well immediately, PepsiCo, they wanted to come out with a new Pepsi flavor that was going to have just as vibrant of a color as Code Red and just as much success. So in 2002, PepsiCo had come out with Pepsi Blue. Now, to my understanding, I think Pepsi Blue did okay. I don't know if they exactly exploded, but it's hard to say how exactly well Pepsi Blue did because later on it was pulled from the shelves in 2004, just 2 years later, because of a highly controversial food coloring agent called Blue Number 1, and it was banned in most countries. In the US and Canada were the first 2 states to take the major hit. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the basic history of Mountain Dew Code Red. Let's open up this bad boy, see what we can find out, give you guys a score rating from 1 through 10, then we'll be done here. Let's do this. Okay, so it is Dew with a rush of cherry flavor with other natural flavors. That is not bad. You can absolutely taste the original flavor of Mountain Dew in this with the added cherry. Not bad at all. I feel like PepsiCo did a very good job with their Mountain Dew Code Red and adding the cherry flavor to Mountain Dew. Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm not exactly sure what I would give Mountain Dew Code Red, but let's just dig into this a little bit more, see what I can come up with. Okay, that cherry flavor, very consistent. It hits very well. I can tell you that this will at least get a score of 6 out of 10, but let's drink a little bit more to see what we can finalize. Okay, it's just very consistent, very sweet. It has that powerful cherry flavor. Most Mountain Dew flavors, if you've drank a lot of Mountain Dew flavors in your day, they all have that very similar citrusy taste. I personally don't think that that's the greatest taste, that citrusy taste. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but oh my gosh, Pepsi Peeps is so much better, that review that I just did. So this only comes down to your preference. You don't have to get mad at me because of the score I'm going to give it. But Mountain Dew Code Red does get at least a 6 out of 10, and overall, if I really had to give it a complete score, with the consistency of the regular Mountain Dew that's in this with the added cherry, I wouldn't really go out and buy it again, but I would give Mountain Dew Code Red an overall very fair and solid score of 7 out of 10. And that is not bad at all. Coming from a reviewer like me, I'm usually pretty stingy, but Mountain Dew Code Red gets a score of 7 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching. I am Maximus IV, and I will see you next time.